Hey folks, it's Wade the Shoe Dog. First, I want to say be on the lookout. Our new book, How to Make Quilted Sneakers, is almost there. I'm recording this on February 29th, um, 28th. We think that this book is going to be available on Amazon March 15. So if anytime after March 15, you can go check this out. I mean, basically, this is 72 pages of how to make quilted sneakers. There's lots of detail, but what I'm going to show you today are a couple of things that are not covered in the book because this is a little bit more advanced. Things that I wanted to show you, um, and you'll learn the foundation in the book. But when it comes to these things, this is the next step, right? So first things first. So in the book, we talk about what a shoe last is and what you need it for, and that's a little bit where we're going to get to, and we're going to talk about last a little bit, and we're talking about the pattern and things you can do once you have the pattern and you want to start adjust, modify, create. So we are going to do that. Let's get started. Okay, so the thing that we're going to first work on is actually, you know what? We're going to start. We're not going to do that. We're going to start a little bit simple first. So one of the questions I had is about creating a footbed with a little bit more arch support. So the kit comes with a flat footbed, and again, if you don't have any biomechanical foot issues, the flat footbed is just fine. And I like it because it's easy to decorate. Now, when you're making your footbed, you're just going to take the flat pattern and you're going to trace the design, and that's enough. Now, if you want to create a footbed with a little extra arch support, this is what you're going to do. You're gonna trace the footbed pattern out, okay, on, and then you're gonna you're gonna turn it over, and what you're gonna do is slide it over here, and you can see what we're doing here, and then you're gonna follow this curve, and you're gonna add this little wing onto the side. Now, this is a little kind of old school footbed trick, right? And basically what happens here is now that you've got this made, we're gonna cut it out quickly here, and you go slow and do a more careful job than me, okay? But I'm just gonna quickly do this for you. Um, you could use a hobby knife or whatever, or just want to get to show you what goes on here. So now that we've cut it out, and you can see that this extra section here is overlapping, and when you slip this into the shoe, what's going to happen is it's going to push up, right? And that is what is going to make you a little extra. It's going to make you a little extra arch support. Now, again, and if you wanted to, you could actually take this extra scrap and you could trace another piece and put it behind to build it up until you were more comfortable with it. But again, that's a easy, inexpensive way to take materials that are already in your hands to go ahead and modify the pattern. And again, there's no magic to it. If you put this little wing on here and it's too tall, then just start trimming it back until it's what you like. So easy way to decorate your footbed, and make sure that you cover this with your design so you can make a beautiful looking footbed. Okay, that's first one. Next, in the book we talk a little bit about shoe lasts and what they're for, right? And shoe last is great for getting the upper pattern nice and tight, and when you want to glue the outsole on, it holds it in place. But the other thing that this last is good for is for if you want to modify and adjust your own pattern, right? And this is, we have an entire book on the subject called Pattern Making and Last Design. But basically, what we do in the design office is we will take the shoe last, cover it with tape. Now I know that if I use my size last, that when I peel these pieces off, I've now made the pattern. So it's like a dressmaker's dummy or a mannequin. That's exactly what it is. That's how it works. Okay. But, you know, you don't have to have this to make adjustments to your pattern, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay. So let me turn this off for a second. So a friend of mine is asking me about how to make this type of sort of mule backless design, right? And this is another friend of mine made these two shoes, and I'm gonna show you how to modify the pattern and make this. It's super easy. Okay, and the technique I'm gonna show you, basically, once you see this, you can make what you want. Okay, here we go. So first things first, I've got some heavy paper, and here we have our pattern piece, right? And I'm just going to quickly trace it onto this piece of paper here. And this lower line here is the low cut line, right? So we've just traced that out. Okay. So that's our low cut part, right? Now, when you take this pattern piece and you put it down into the shoe, right? There's a certain depth of the rubber outsole, right? So we can see that on this pattern, it looks like it comes here to the third dot. So that third dot is pretty much where the level of the outsole is, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back here and I'm gonna mark that third dot. And this line is where the upper, I guess we don't need all these pieces of paper here. This line here is where the upper sits to meet that edge of the outsole, right? So we want to be able to have our heel a little above that, right? And also you think about where the footbed sits, right? So by the time you add the lasting board in this, your foot is basically sitting right on that spot. That's going to be the bottom. Now, this is a question of what is your preference? How high do you want that heel in the back? But we know that the minimum is here, right? And if you're going to do a binding edge or something, we want to come up a little bit. So, I'm just going to say, maybe it's a half an inch, right? So these dots are each actually 5 millimeters apart. So we could count up 3 dots, and that gets us to 15 millimeters, so a little bit more than half an inch, right? And that becomes our top edge of the bottom of the heel, right? So that becomes this point right here, right? Give ourselves half an inch, right? To be above the level of the outsole, all right? Now, how do we make this curve, right? Well, we have a lot of pieces here already that we can look at, right? Because that line is that okay, that's not going to work, but you know what is going to it could work is using our footbed pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I found a tangent line that's nice and smooth, and I'm going to just drive this down, right? So see what I'm doing here? I'm just taking the footbed pattern and I'm meeting that line and I'm just using this curve and I'm going to draw a nice little sweep. That's it, folks. That really is it. Now, you're going to want to execute on the other side, right? And remember, if you're going to do a binding, if you're going to do sorry, if you're going to do a binding edge, then this edge is just perfect. Just follow that edge, right? If you're going to do a rolled edge, you're going to want to add about a quarter of an inch on top of that, right? So here, now that we've got this, I think the gal that asked me this question, she's interested in doing a binding edge. So here, we're just going to cut this out. Now, I'm going to add a quarter inch to the back so that she can do a joining seam there. That's it, folks. That's how easy it is to make your own pattern. Um, it's really, there's nothing to it. Make a half pair experiment with it, adjust it. If you make that and you find out that that edge is a little too high or a little too low, then make another one, right? So, hey, folks, that is sort of the basics of pattern adjustment. Again, if you have a last, then you can really go to town. But you can see, once you have this template in your hands, you can start to make any other adjustment. If you want to make the opening a little wider on the front, then just move that line and cut it, right? And if as long as you're following this basic shape, right? If you don't adjust the length, right, you're gonna be fine. It'll still fit, right? So, folks, that's the basics on how you do last adjustment. Um, uh, and be on the lookout for how to make your own quilted sneakers. Don't forget, that in this book we talk a lot about how to add extra reinforcements to make your shoe feel more like a real shoe and less like a house slipper. If you want your shoe to be like a house slipper, that's good too. We'll show you how to do that. Hey, folks, that's it. I'm Wade the Shoe Dog, and we will see you next time.